Welcome back to me, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to True Blue Thai, welcome back to Thailand. Welcome back. I hope you were doing well. True Blue Thai here from Thailand. If you don't know me, I'm a Man City fan, born in Manchester, but now resides in Thailand for the last 3.5 years. So, but I'm always like a football club. So, I looked at a few videos and a few looking at a few things, etc. And the first, I want to do some housekeeping because quite things more say professional. Well, yeah, probably yeah, but more nicer. So I'm kind of like mixing around with where I'm actually because I've actually resigned now, staying here. For the moment, etc. If I go out there, for instance, the sun is boom, and we've got kids, we've got kinds of stuff, etc. For instance, cockroach, you know, what I mean? Chicken, kids flying around, etc., and noise. So out there, so what's it called, and the brightness of the weather and the sun, and yeah. So for instance, it probably looks like big on my face, but my face is not important. Anyway, so for instance, whenever I go out this side, etc., I kind of get the noise from the cafe and things like that because I live in a Thai area. So yeah, so I've decided to do things kind of like I resigned to stay here a little bit, but I thought I'd just make it more blue and Manchester City more relevant to us what to talk about. We're talking about. Okay, so for instance, I hope you're doing well. So True Blue Tie, which is game Saturday 20. Yeah, Yusip Ha, Makalakom, yeah, Yusip Ha, 25, 25, 25, the 25th day of the year, and around about 12 o'clock. Uh, what's it called? Time and the sunshine. Fairly warm, feels very humid, very better than it's cold for me. As for like, but I'm warm a little bit, so it's 32 degrees. So there's going to be plenty of people at the beach. So, so talk about football. What it talk about. Why on the for my first video, listen to Pep and I, listen to the guys talk, listen to LB, listen to Jesse G, listen to Typical City and everybody. There was a certain degree of, going to the PSG game, everybody was kind of go up, lifted, feeling happy. D was back. We got a 6-0 win. We're on a and everything was feeling confident and good. And the PSG, everything's really south, and everybody feels really bad. Every time I get any of content coming out of City now, it's not good. It really isn't. So, for instance, then listen to Pep's press conference, the first of the press conference. Listen to that this morning, which drives me crazy. It really does, and it really messes my schedule. Anyway, so for instance, in the first part, for instance, it was really negative, and we were giving one word answers, which was picked up by Johnny at Typical City, and yeah, for instance, and there was a really negative attitude, and and Pep didn't look happy, and Diaz is out now, and it's like, oh, for flip's sake, there's one man you don't need to be out. If you take Robbie De Bruyne and that Diaz, you need him playing. I was got abdominal looking it up this morning, trying to figure out where it is, and there was reductors everywhere in part of your body, and it was like, oh, for flip, oh, honestly, these injuries are killing us. They really are. And with Doko and for instance, Kanki and Dia, it's just key players, key positions. Doku plays well against man of the match against Ipswich. Boom, injury next game. Diaz just come back, injury again. Yeah, and then for instance, damn. So your break on the side. Okay, the second part review and more of the bits and people in young anger fought off, etc. And the end, etc. was good. Positive, I was getting slacked off. Nonsense. So for instance, it was a little bit. Uh, so I'm a little bit more confident this morning. My spirits have risen. And another reason why it risen was today. And the reason why it's feeling, if you feel a bit more positive, is they brought we've got the and that's a massive blow for our friends. But got the likes of new starters coming in now. All on how they do. I think they're going to put Kuzinov in. I think he's coming in, and they'll bring Mamouche. I'll bring him on. I think he'll bring him on and start with him, seeing how the game goes. But, for instance, I understand with Kuzinov, which means that, for instance, he puts Stones, how's he going to last, but puts in central defence with Akanji, with, what's it called, Guardiola, and then you've got Kuzinov in, and what's it called? We've got a defence. We got defenders, right? We got a defence. Okay, I don't want to see Nunes, and I don't want to see Lewis. Lewis over Nunes, but not Chelsea's attacking force. Just come etc. He's going to get overrun. So we need a man there, for instance. And even though it's his first game, he still played in the French league. He still played, so whatever. And he looks about the ball. I think he's got speed. Walker, for instance, I'd rather have him right in the thing. We should play. We should definitely have Kosovic against with what's his name? Okay, and it's not because of that. It's just like they were got a lot more in defence. And Jan, Grealish. Again, we'll have the Fodens and the Bruynes and the Haalands up front if we can get Coutinho in as well. Not played Bernardo Silva. I think, for instance, just something like that, and hopefully we won't be overrun too much in midfield. Even though, for instance, it doesn't look good. So okay, but where I go, but it's Pep, and who knows? And for instance, we can't criticise Pep too. I want to see it all right. And affect the game. I think, for instance, if he can't, for instance, I think, for instance, he would make a difference. I really do. He's got legs. He's got this physicality, and I think he should be given him more of a chance. Why Pep doesn't play him, I don't know. It's one of my biggest about Pep. Why would play him? Okay, for instance, especially at the time, like I said, when we need him, and we're going after them, and then from Brazil, for instance, players. That was we're not training, and conference. He was not giving one word. He was giving good detailed issues. I've given good questions. It was back to Pep, where he basically and he knows the situation. The club, there's a lot of negativity from the fans, from our fans. Really are, for instance, and we've got to really chill out and really. Yeah. And people say to me, big club. I'm not a big club. Saying, I've given up the title, right, for the moment, and see how it goes. I'm taking one game at a time, right? Leave bruised, okay, with Chelsea, and I'm seeing how we go, for instance, and if we can get the, I do, what's it called? I was listening to LB, and we're not getting a CDM. I don't think they get a CDM. I was listening to Joe on LB's channel, and he was saying, and he was, and the guy Pope is, names that, very soft, and you can be sit there all again because there was a report coming out that Manchester City are looking at options in the team at the moment, either a Kanji or John Stones to put in field rather than, what's it called? And it's not a Now, again, I'm sure Man City are looking at all options at the moment. And just because one person, because they know it's a headline, he puts out the it's, B, it's going to be. This is what, like, and you can't just rely on one person saying one thing. I don't care as a respectable journalist or what. You can't just say he doesn't. Again, it's all this is like everything else. It's like the 115. So all speculation. It's all. We are not on now. Okay, we'll go. We can get ID sources, blah blah blah, but you're not down to that's really going on. And I expect that Pep Guardiola, Manchester City, because coming in this for a win, I penny for every time I say, Man City is not going to sign anybody in the transfer window. We'll get one, maybe two players at the most. We've ended up three. What's it called? Because that do sorted out. So, for instance, so we are. What's it called? So I think so the responding, and which I do so. Pep will probably be responding, but he's probably on though and saying this is a money, and he did like DS back, blah 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 blah. Oh, DS is again. It must be it really is. And then Pep must be thinking after we got PSG, no, we're still in the game, blah blah blah, whatever. And then DS comes over to him and says, "Oh, can't play the second half." It must really, I tell you something, I would have, because as a manager, I've been a manager on more than one occasion, and I remember, for instance, I was had all my was I got staying, the new stand not staying, so I stand for or whatever. These can happen. Quality goes down, the standards go down, people's morale goes down when you get so many injuries. Or I used to have sick people. So, for instance, and so we've got this extra players now. So, it's got to be a plus. And people saying, "Oh, we're getting thrown to the Premier League." Well, the football players just do what you do. We got you for what's yeah. Yeah. Still, but we'll see how it goes. But I just feel that, for instance, there's reasons to be optimistic. Now, what has made me more optimistic today is that I was listening to the South Stand, which is like a big and what's his he had Matisse on, and I was saying yesterday in my lineup in thing. Okay, so I'm just keeping time. I was saying doing this work very evenly between match stats, and again, Chelsea is not looking forward to the Etihad today, regardless of Manchester City. I can sit there and slag off Man City. Chelsea's not been playing that great. That was the first long. Okay, FA Cup thing. She's not been playing great, so they're not going to lower to this. They're a match said I'll be happy with a point. Okay, ESPN looking at whatever, and people saying it'll be a draw. Goal draw. We'll just add that and no. But what's the goal? It's a close game. But depending on how managers react to it, depending on the importance of it, and if Chelsea at a point, they'll be a victory. It's top four, blah blah blah. Man City will get depending on we do, and maybe the referee as a situation. I hope the referee will have play a part in it. But it's going to be a game. It's going to be pretty tactical, and to see, for instance, how players set up and how the ready. Because I do believe we'll have Cousin and Mamouche will see today, which is good. And Mamouche will settle in quite quickly, for instance. And yeah, I got great confidence in him. So and I what's it called and Kuznetsov, etc. I think he's just a defender. I'm just thinking proper defender, proper defender. Really, I mean, yeah. For instance, there's an oldie will defender, which is what we man. So yeah, I do believe, for instance, it's and what he was saying on his chat on the overlap, not overlap, shit, not that crap, on the South Stand, Dabs, the guy, Big Stephen Dabs, good, I enjoyed it. He was saying about the problems they've got. The players are not getting Romeo Lavia's, not staying injury, in rid of him. What's it called? And still injury is injured. They're dragging from guy coming back from Crystal Palace. What's it called to help out? So they've had issues themselves and injury and etc. So it's they're quite happy. That particular form is not brilliant. For instance, so it's going to be that kind of a game. It's going to be a weird game. Parma, and you've got Parma on one side, Hull on the other. Both goals, both can have a kind of a game. Oh, but again, it depends. So, for instance, this reason why Man City's defence, Chelsea also ready. On about bad Chelsea's defences. So it could be really interesting. It could be an open game or definitely be a goal game because of defence. But they can see much depending on how stay fit, Colin Johnstone, and heads in. I believe, for instance, that will depend on we defence. What's it called? Home. I think we might be clear. Confident listening to but it was draw. Down people down. The go. Went back. But as we all said, was not was the game. We need an option. We need Paris Saint-Germain need to win more than Man City, and they do that at one. Or in a Paris fan, you're down. In the qualifying because they got stuck out of the way last game. So, for instance, and to sit there and say, "Well, we'll go," and to come back from 0 down to win 2, it's like relief mode. We're putting it down, etc. But we thought, well, it was down to Bruges, but I always thought it was going down to anyway, regardless. But we're not. So, but it just means that we've still got a lot of work to do, and it's starting is, but we had the what's it called? The starting up. I did give it a sales starting line today. Another website. Sanchez and Cucurella, Caldwell, Chabala, and James in the back four. Fernandez, Caicedo, midfield, and then you got Sancho, Palmer, and Madueke up front. So, so for instance, we got look at the outs. So, out, Caldwell doubtful, Fernandez doubtful, Madueke suspended, suspended, and Romeo out. Okay, so for instance, so they've got a few out, just as much as we got. Rodri, Bob, Doku doubtful out. So key players. So, but I just looked at a few more apps and all the same thing, draw. So I think the minute if we can come out with a draw, it would not be a bad thing and no injuries. But again, with the teams, we could struggle, because we've got a hell of a run now. Forest, Liverpool, uh, so yeah, we can mess them out today. A loss would be not good, not good. But I do believe, for instance, we can get something out of this game, and I think we need to stay safe. I do believe, for instance, looking at uh, getting a CDM, they're playing Juventus, not Juventus. Was it AC Milan or Douglas Luiz? Um, Also, for instance, what was that your last name? Andrea Carabali, whatever the guy. For instance, get him. We'll probably get him at some point, maybe. Trying to get him out. He's not a midfielder, but he can play in midfield. So I think he would be a solution. What's it called? And I think there was a Norwegian lad, etc., 18-year-old from Rosen. And there was nobody come from Norway yesterday. So yeah. So it is. I do believe we'll definitely. Yes, we're looking at solutions, but I do believe we'll get somebody in. I'm going to just keep the faith. I really do. Anyway, I'm going to leave it. City. You, there's things in my life. I'm like, oh my god. But sometimes a lot of times things work, and for instance, what you may think, and regardless of our position, a lot of these teams, Arsenal, Liverpool, but far knows what they're going to be low Man City, especially when and now, for instance, with Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, still got a damn decent squad. We just got to stop making injuries, and we do that. Get set, definitely back. So, take care. Enjoy. If you're going, good one, and take the wind. I believe it's quite windy.